What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Canelo Alvarez, Demitri Bivol. And the question has been brewing, is Canelo Alvarez overlooking Demitri Bivol? Okay. I'm going to do a live stream about this probably in the next 30 minutes. But I've noticed that Canelo Alvarez has talked, mentioned, responded to a lot of other fighters. Errol Spence, Jermall Charlo, David Benavidez, Alexander Usyk. And we've heard a lot about that. We've heard stories about that, and Usyk responding, and Errol Spence telling Errol Spence to come to 168, and and all this, that, and the other. And it makes you wonder, like, well, how serious is Canelo about Demitri Bivol? I mean, how serious is he of that fight? Because we don't really see him talk about Demitri Bivol a lot. We see him say, oh, well, he's 19-0, and I really don't think Canelo's impressed with his record. But I think he should be more concerned because he is with a younger fighter that could upset him. He's a bigger fighter. I'm not sure about the strength or whatever, but I think Demitri Bivol is definitely being overlooked, especially when everyone else is being mentioned over him. Like Canelo has enemies. Let's face it, he has enemies. He has people that want him to fight only who they want him to fight. And since he's not fighting them, that's their alleyway, their avenue to claim that he's scared or ducking, the David Benavidez narrative or the Jermall Charlo narrative or, those guys. And it's crazy because those are the only guys left up there. You know what I mean? Especially from 160 to 168. Those are really the only ones that he really hasn't fought, because he's fought everyone else. Callum Smith, Danny Jacobs, which is on his way out. Who else? Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders. Both of those guys were undefeated. Well, three of those guys were undefeated. He took all their O's. All their O's went. Okay, now it's Demitri Bivol, another guy that's undefeated. Then you have Jermall Charlo, but what has Jermall Charlo done? I love Jermall. Love the Charlo brothers in general. I think they got some outside issues, some personal stuff going on, but that's the business. But what have they really done to earn a fight? Did any of those dudes whoop someone worth whooping? So I wanted Jermall to at least, can you fight Chris Eubank Jr.? Can we get that? Then you could take him out, but that's right. He's been beaten by Billy Joe Saunders, right? Billy Joe has been beaten by Canelo. See, everyone's path ends with Canelo, and I don't think it should end. It may could end with Canelo, but how about let it begin somewhere else? Because it has to be some type of trail of success that warrants a fight with Canelo. And that's what I think people are overlooking. They're looking at David Benavidez. Who is he beat? He's just a fast fighter. He's fought some showcase fights with some guys. But other than that, there's not enough guys and not enough people there to really, What about Caleb Plant Benavidez? Caleb Plant got his 10 mil. He's good. Okay. Billy Joe, he's nice, fat, and happy. Right? Callum Smith, I don't know what he's doing. I haven't heard from him. So we have these series of guys that could fight each other. There's some fights that could happen, and we haven't seen them. It's just like everyone's just trying to cash out. They don't believe in fighting, the next top or the next tough guy. They don't believe in that shit. They're looking at just, hey, I'm going to abuse my body or put my body on the line for this fight and this fight only. Therefore, boxing suffers. Okay? So, saying all that to say this about Canelo, though. Canelo has a lot on his plate, and he has always a lot of people that want to challenge him. But but he must caution himself, because he can be defeated, because he's been defeated before. Now, the question is, if he's defeated, will he be defeated on paper? You know what I mean? So I would almost love a stoppage rather than a decision, because the way these judges will judge this fight is beyond me. I don't know. You might have some fair ones, you might have some foul ones, you might have both at the same damn time. But I don't really know how this fight will be judged. But then again, what if Demitri Bivol is a lot more than expected and Canelo's not ready? Because based on, I haven't seen his training. I mean, you always see him pounding the bubble ball, or doing some stuff like that, working on his defense and offense and all those things at the Reynoso gym, and I get it, but I haven't seen him talk much about Demitri Bivol at all to warrant him respecting Bivol as an opponent. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that. That's a question asked. You guys tell me what you think about Canelo. Is he overlooking Demitri Bivol? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!